Hey friends, welcome back. For those of you who are new here, welcome. Today we are going to be doing a channeling of the Idaho 4. We're going to be breaking it up into two sections. On the left side, we're going to channel Maddie and Kaye together to get energy from the third story of the house and what could have been going on in their energy. As we know, the 4 were killed in groups of 2 on 2 different levels of the house. So what one may have witnessed in one bedroom may not be the same thing that the other 2 witnessed where they were in their rooms. Whether or not Ethan ever woke up or knew what happened to him, you know, I'm not really sure there, but we know they were found in one room. Maddie and Kaye were found upstairs, and then we know that the 2 survivors went down to the basement. So we have 3 floors, 3 groups of 2, 2 survived, 2 lovers, 2 best friends, 3 stories. The saga continues for trying to find answers on what happened to these 4 beautiful souls who lost their lives. The crazy thing, probably the craziest thing I have seen about this case is Trump tweeting about it. Like, wow, the twists and turns never stop with the Idaho 4 case. Nothing makes sense, guys. Why is the President of the United States on the verge of World War III with the Epstein chaos and everything else going on for such a crazy, mind-bending case like the Idaho 4? For him to come on and just make a tweet about that when there's so much other things going on, it just adds to the complexity and the mystery and all of the unknowns about what happened here. We know Kohberger pled guilty, but in case you're new here and haven't witnessed any of the other readings or know my personal take on it, I'll just flat out tell you I do think he was there. I think he was involved. I think there is a missing link to the connection to this group, and it's just not being explored because I think it would implicate one or more other people. But there is a missing link that's been deliberately kept from the public on how he's connected here. He wasn't just random solo. I do feel he was there, and I do feel he has dark attachments, and I do feel that he is deserving of the punishment, whatever that may be, according to our justice system. But I don't by any means think that it was completely random. I do think there is a lot of things being hidden from us. He definitely was not doing this alone. And the only way we're actually going to get truth, I feel, is to channel the victims themselves. I think the media isn't going to give us the truth. I don't think the victims' families will give us the truth. I don't think the justice system is going to give us the truth. I don't think Bryan will give us the truth. And the fact that the president tweeted about it just goes to show there's so many things being hidden here. And in a weird way, I almost feel as though the president was calling out the university. I don't know. The second I read it, it just felt like a subliminal message to the university in some way. I don't know, kind of like a threat, kind of like, I know what you did last summer type of thing. It was just weird timing considering we're going into sentencing. He's making this comment, demanding that Kohberger says why he did it. But it's like too late for that, right? He's already accepted the plea. Everything's been signed. He goes in for sentencing. Like, it's all said and done now. Why tweet about it? I feel like it was more so there's a hidden message there, guys, and I hope we're not overlooking it. It's not just weird that, you know, the president is taking up true crime on his days off and he just had an opinion about it. No, I feel like it was a direct message to the university, and I think there's probably bigger things going on in politics, which, stay tuned. We're going to get into the whole Epstein energy and the things I've already channeled, and I've already been writing about it, and I have so much to share with you guys. Holy cow, that's gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna lose a lot of followers. I don't even care, but wow, when I tell you the fact that this whole Epstein energy is snowballing and gaining momentum, and then this tweet, it doesn't feel random. It almost feels, like I said, like this I know what you did last summer type of, I'm gonna put this out there. Anyways, I'll save that for another day. Trump does have the files. Trump is, I feel like, going to start calling people out in very sly ways. I don't know. I hope you guys tune into the energy read and channeled writing that I share with you guys for the Epstein files, and try to come with an open heart and an open mind and understand that I am just the messenger. But it was a very clear message, and if you don't agree, I just hope you stick around. Okay. All right, guys, like I said, we're going to channel the 2 sets of victims. Maddie and Kaylee on this side and Zana and Ethan on this side. And to be honest, I don't know how much longer we're going to be tapping into this energy considering everything's coming to a close. I don't feel like we're ever going to get answers. Something may come out in the future that kind of triggers the energy here, but I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, so to speak. And you know, there may be a couple more videos about the Idaho 4, but I just don't see this being I just don't see it being something that I continue to drag out. You know, we got to kind of let karma and let everything play out the way it's supposed to in divine timing, the way God has orchestrated it. And when things are meant to be known, we will know them. What I can do is just open up my platform to give them a voice here and see what they have to say. You know, so far the energy has come through where they've given us messages, but it hasn't been black and white, like this is the person who did it, this is who you're looking for, Bryan did do it alone, Bryan didn't do it alone. I feel like and that's how energy is. They give you a story, they want to tell you what was happening around the time in their lives with certain people. They'll tell a story in this reading, a story in that reading, elaborate in this one, give subtle clues to this. It's not like you can just sit here, pull a card and says, oh yep, Zana on the other side said Bryan did this by himself, he should rot in hell. It's not how energy works. And if you're new to energy, I just suggest doing a little bit of research and forming your own opinion. Always use your own discernment. Don't let me convince you of anything that doesn't already resonate with your soul. Again, all of this is alleged. I am communicating with spirits beyond the veil, and according to society, I am just a crazy lady who knows nothing. None of this is fact. Form your own opinions and always be kind in the comments. Holy Spirit, please protect me and my viewers wherever they are tuning in and viewing this video. I am asking if Maddie, Ethan, Zana, and Kaylee choose to step forward and share any messages. They are absolutely welcome here. I just ask that you protect me and my viewers in the white light of heaven. Do not allow any meddling energies to introduce themselves here, and give me the ability to discern the messages for the highest good of everybody involved. Maddie, Kaylee, Zana, Ethan, you are more than welcome here. You may manipulate the energy and the space to bring forth messages. I am opening up this space for you to have a voice in whatever you want to share on what happened to you guys, or anything else about the case that you feel you want to utilize this time to bring forward. I am going to buddy channel you guys. I will channel Kaylee and Maddie together on the left side with the cards that you guys have already helped me pick out. Zana, Ethan, I will channel you guys on the right side of the table with the cards you've already picked out, and we will bring the messages together from the 3rd floor and the 2nd floor. All right, well, let's dive in. So I have my cards already out here, and yeah, the groups have already helped me choose the cards. It's kind of odd pairing, but Ethan specifically is coming through very much in a lighthearted, playful energy today, and he thought it was just absolutely hilarious to use the Deadweight Zombie Tarot as the deck that he wanted, and I'm all here for it. If that's the vibe, I love it. We have the Light Seers Tarot with the Wandering Moon Pink Edition as the clarifier for Maddie and Kaylee, and then we have the Deadweight Tarot for Zana. Okay, you guys, that was somebody knocking at my door, and I just left the camera rolling. I may or may not cut that a couple minutes out, but these two ladies came to my door and they were knocking, and they ended up sitting on my porch swing. And I look out my window, and okay, one lady was standing at the door knocking. The other lady who was with her with the clipboard and, you know, her name tag around her neck was sitting on the porch swing. And she looked just like Jen Soto. Holy shit. Like, I've been thinking about, oh my God, poor Maddie. And just watching the sentencing hearing yesterday with Stephen Stearns and hearing the impact statements. And, you know, I know there's this huge uproar about people who are so upset that Jen did not show up for Maddie and write a victim impact statement. She didn't send one in. She didn't show up. And it just... all day yesterday, man, I cried listening and watching. And, you know, I come from a slightly different angle when I was watching yesterday, and just really trying to understand what Jen could be going through, why she wasn't there, you know, trying to make sense of it. And so, yeah, she was heavy in my thoughts all day yesterday. And then today, sitting down to do this, I get interrupted by a knock at the door by two ladies, and the one that I can see just sitting on the porch swing looked, oh my, I wish I had my phone when I went out there to take a picture, but wow. So who knows, maybe after I wrap this up, if I have time, we'll do an energy reading for Jen Soto, because maybe that was just Spirit's way of asking me to tap into that energy for whatever reason. You know I do get a lot of hate on those videos. To this day, it's the video that I get the most unsubscribes from and thumbs down. You know, I've had to delete very hateful comments there, but you know, if Spirit is calling me to read on Maddie and Jen as it relates to what happened yesterday at the sentencing hearing, then maybe we need to do that. I don't even remember where I left off here. I think we're just going to dive in. I have the decks out here. We have decks with clarifiers chosen for each of the pairs here. I have the Mythos Tarot and the Journey of Oz and Wonderland that we are going to take opening oracles from. I'm going to pull one for the left, one for the right, and one for a clarifier for each side, and we are going to read each of these from the book as an opening message from the two. Well, hello, welcome back. It's like right as I'm about to get started, you need to make your presence known. All right, guys, so we have Alice back here. We're going to start, we're just going to dive in. We're going to start over here with Maddie and Kaye. Get one card from each of these decks, and we are going to read them. Quick plug, while I shuffle these, you are not too late to enter the 8K giveaway. The details on how to enter are on the Maddie and Sandra Birchmore channeled message there. Go check out that video. Enter if you haven't already. We will be pulling a winner here soon. All right, Maddie, Kaye, from your perspective from the third floor, or anything else you want to talk about, can you give me an opening message here from the both of you? What is the message you would like to start with? I just heard the other side of the gate. I know there wasn't a gate around their house. The other side of the gate. Wait, maybe there was a gate. Not a gate. So a gate and a fence are different, right? Technically. The other side of the gate. Oh. You want that card, Alice? She just... Okay, let's look. Strength card. Strength card, is that what you wanted to show me? 10 of Cups for Maddie and Kaye's side. Oh. Please don't put that card in the fire. Don't burn yourself. And the clarifying card from the Journey of Oz and Wonderland. Maddie and Kaye, can I please get one card from here? Gosh, I wish I could have taken a picture of that lady sitting on my porch. I'm still just blown away. Yeah, you guys didn't hear my dogs going crazy when that person came to my door because he is at the groomers. So as soon as he's ready to be picked up, I'll have to go get him, and then hopefully I will still have time to record an energy check-in for Maddie and Jen. Well, 2 came out. The first one that came out is the Two of Wands, which is the Enchanted Forest. And then the World, which is the Looking Glass. I'm going to set these here for now, and then I will reorganize, but I want to read those too before we ask Zana and Ethan about their cards. So, what was that card? The Ten of Cups. I do not know how to pronounce these Greek god and goddesses, but that's her name. I'm gonna call her Nads. You really want to play with this deck, huh? You silly goose. You really don't want her to knock all these over, so... Okay. Minor goddesses of rivers, oceans, and the sea. Nads were the nymphs of rivers, lakes, streams, springs, fountains, and marshes. These minor goddesses are often associated with the goddess Artemis. They protect young girls in their passage from child to adult. Wow. You have tapped into the large family of Nads, and their strong community is reflected in your current abundance of love and happiness within your relationships. You feel supported and are experiencing a sense of harmony, and may be inclined to spend more time with family and friends to forge stronger bonds. In combination with Artemis, this can be a powerful card that signifies your time has been spent with a higher purpose in mind. A sense of harmony, strong bonds, protecting young girls in their passage from child to adult. Strong community, love and happiness within relationships, and then the Two of Wands with the World. On their quest to the Emerald City, Dorothy and Scarecrow stood at a crossroads, one path bathed in sunlight and the other shadowed in mystery. Guided by intuition, Dorothy chose the veiled path. The Two of Wands whispers to you similarly, urging you to harness your inner compass, embrace the allure of the unknown, keep a clear vision, and trust your gut. In the balance of caution and curiosity lies a world of potential waiting to be discovered. Well, and then the World card came out after that, so lies a world waiting to be discovered. A crossroads, a decision. There was a decision. Okay, let's see what the World says. And certainly the glass was beginning to melt away, just like the bright silvery mist. After what felt like an eternity in Wonderland, Alice finally discovered the looking glass hidden deep within the White Queen's royal courtyard. With the Vorpal sword in hand and a crown on her head, Alice gracefully stepped through the shimmering silver portal, leaving the whimsical world behind and returning to her everyday life in London, where another adventure beckoned. The looking glass signifies a harmonious blend of reality and imagination, showing your journey's wisdom and growth. Use your imagination to manifest dreams, explore new perspectives, and understand the world deeply. Achieve balance, aligning your inner and outer worlds for fulfillment. Stepping through the portal. That's interesting. I'm curious to see where that goes with the full message. All right, Zana and Ethan, let's get a mythos card for you guys and then a clarifier. So 10 of Cups is like the family card. Crossroads, the decision. Stepping through the decision to step through the portal. What did I say at the beginning? I was hearing on the other side of the gate, on the other side of the looking glass, crossroads. All right, Zana, Ethan, can I get one card here from you guys, please? What do you guys want to talk about today? 7 of Coins. Calliope. Wow, look at the bottom of the deck. Apollo. Doesn't this look like Ethan and Zana? That is too funny. Wow. The 7 of Coins. All right, let's get an accompanying Journey of Oz and Wonderland card here to clarify Calliope. The 2 of Cups. Is that the 2 of Cups? Yeah, the 2 of Cups just hit the floor and I have the Wheel of Fortune in my lap. So that was Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Oh, interesting. Look at this. Very similar energy. So there on the floor is the 2 of Cups and we had the 2 of Wands here showing the 2 and the 2. And then this is the World with the Looking Glass and then this is the Wheel of Fortune. It's giving you the same kind of energy. The big major arcana here with the Wheel of Fortune and the World. The Fate, them stepping into the portal to the other side, crossing over. Their fate, their destiny to cross over. This crossroads, and then the 2 of Cups. That's fascinating. Okay, let me try to grab this card. Alex clearly is very comfortable with you guys. Look at her just like spread eagle up here. Read it. Ugh. Okay, let's see. Okay. Wow. I love the similar energies here. All right, let's read the 7 of Coins. Goddess and muse of music, song, and dance. The energy does come out a lot. Okay, I'm not gonna push that message yet, but that's an interesting way to start here. So foremost, Of the 9 muses, Calliope was the muse of music, song, and dance, and the patron of epic poetry. As with great poets, writers, and artisans, effort and investment are needed to create great works. Calliope was a goddess who spurred people on to great heights by endowing them with the spirit to create. She can assist you by bringing you inspiration to keep up the effort needed to generate great things. Take a step back from the smaller details and see what you can devise from the bigger picture. It is crucial to make sure you have the patience to finish what you start. You may have a fear of failure. However, Calliope is here to ease those fears and remind you that you can always learn from any mistakes, that greatness takes time, and to fear is only human. To perceive in the face of fear is to transcend human limitations and strive towards the divine. Hard work, perseverance, creativity, inspiration, greatness, or fear of failure. The muse of music. So 2 of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. Harmony, connection, yin and yang, love, unity, and friendship. Upon a forked path, Alice's curiosity drew her to the intriguing duo, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Upon a forked path. This is the forked path. Wow. Here, I mean, okay, so they're, okay. So they were at a crossroads. Upon that forked path, Alice's curiosity through that portal drew her to Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Reflecting their spirited camaraderie, the 2 of Cups signifies a bond of mutual respect and joyous unity. Their tale reminds us of the magic that arises from the heartfelt connection and the joy in cherishing shared experiences. The shared experience. Wheel of Fortune. Fate and destiny. Alice started to her feet, for it flashed across her mind that she had never before seen a rabbit with a watch, and burning with curiosity, she ran across the field after it, and fortunately was just in time to see it pop down a large rabbit hole under the hedge. Something about one of the girls, Kaye or Maddie's curiosity, a decision that they made, to go through a portal down this rabbit hole. I feel like the ultimate decision to go through that portal, though, was one of the 2 on the left. The white rabbit, ever tardy, dashed through the forest, late for the Mad Hatter's tea party at 2 o'clock. The Mad Hatter's tea party at 2 o'clock. He tripped, but swiftly recovered. A curious little girl by the river watched as he continued to scurry away. Somebody's seen something they shouldn't have. The white rabbit symbolizes embracing new experiences and uncertainty. Trust in the universe's timing and have faith that opportunities, even the mad ones, contribute to your personal growth. Even the mad ones. Embracing new experiences, jumping down the rabbit hole, making a decision to go after your curiosity, they ran into Tweedledee and Tweedledum and kind of drug them down this rabbit hole with them. It's giving me like collateral damage. The decision to go through the portal. Why are you bathing me? Why are you cleaning me? I'm gonna get 2 tea leaves for the middle. And then we'll start pulling. All right, Kaye and Maddie. Victory. Then Zana and Ethan. The ear. Victory, like, okay, victory and good news, hearing good news, finding out good news. I'm hearing like the cheering. I know there was like a football game that night. Like victory, like I wonder, did their college football team win that weekend, or what night was it? Saturday night that they were playing? Friday night? I don't know. When was the football game? Was that Saturday night? Did they end up winning that game? I don't know why I'm hearing the cheering like in my head, like from the stands. Let me get one more. Kaye, Maddie, Zana, Ethan. I'm going to pull one from all of you together. Cain. Pay attention to your health. The cane, the ear. Vein. Veer. Alright, Kaye, Maddie, we're going to get a quick 5-card spread from you guys just to see your perspective either that night or whatever you have on your heart to share with our collective today. Alice, you're making this difficult. I love when you come say hello, but how am I going to shuffle? Ooh. The cane. Alright, Maddie, Kaye, what is it you guys want to talk about today? From your perspective, what you guys went through together on the top floor, what you witnessed, what you can tell us about who was there, why they did this, any energy around helping us understand a motive or get the true, clear answers from what happened from your guys' perspective. If you have anything to share from that night, we would love to hear from you guys. If something else comes out, I will stay open to the message. You just bit me. Ow, she hasn't bit me like that. I wonder if one of them was bit. Oh, that would be crazy. Like she just bit like the back of my arm. She doesn't bite like that. Was one of them bit, and that's why they haven't? Okay, because Maddie's dad said he still doesn't have like the full autopsy. He doesn't know how many times his kid was stabbed. He's heard, you know, she had a broken nose and that she was beat to death and had, you know, worse injuries, I guess. I don't know how he knows that. If we don't really have the autopsies or all the details, I'm assuming from any of them, if not just Kaye. So was this a more brutal crime scene? Could one of them have been bit? That is interesting. Or did one of them bite the attacker? Was she able to bite and that's why she was beat? Like, did she bite him? Wow, that's a new part of the story. Was one of... Okay. Well, Alice is gone now. I think she was here just long enough to make her presence known and then bite me. Maybe for that particular message. Okay. Maddie, Kaylee, what else can you tell me about what happened in the third floor bedroom that night? Can you tell me from your perspective what happened or why? There's a clear motive here. How many people were involved? Certain details that we may not know, like somebody was bit. Can you show me what happened? King of Pentacles and the Hermit. The Hermit is the King of Pentacles, the King of Earth. Holy cow, wasn't there the guy at the university? Because this gives me like older man. You can see all the bookshelves in the back. It's giving me like university guy. And then here we have the Hermit. And didn't they say like this guy, whoever he is, somebody tied to the university, lived like on top of the hill to where looking down he could see their house? He like lived there as a child, is what I'm seeing. It's like up the hill, the university guy from up the hill. Why we're talking about them, I don't know. Again, I'm not stating anything as fact here. Maddie, Kaylee, what else do you want to tell us about what happened that night from your perspective? I'm gonna get 3 more cards. The Star. The Star is a card of health. Star. Two more, please. 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords with that King of Pentacles and that wolf-looking dog next to his side is giving me like the big bad wolf. The big bad wolf. King of Wands with 3 of Pentacles. The King of Wands kept showing itself to me in the pre-shuffle. I only want 1 more, but I wanted to show you guys that. Ooh. Death to the 9 of Pentacles, which would be the single, attractive, beautiful, vibrant, abundant, full of life females. The 9 of Pentacles and death. The bully, the big bad wolf. The big bad wolf. The King of Pentacles on the hill. It was an unfair fight, an unfair advantage. Justice at the bottom. Waiting for justice. I'm gonna get 1 more. We'll do 6 card spread for each. Kaylee, Maddie, can I get 1 more card here between the 5 of Swords with the Death? There's that King of Wands again. Page of Swords is the student, and then I have 5 of Wands, which is conflict here. Can I get 1 final card for the 5 of... They keep coming out in 2s. 1 final card for the 5 of Swords with the Death card. There's that card of victory again. 3 of Swords. Victory. This was a win. This was like this was a win. This was... From their perspective, the Sun, wow. The King of Pentacles And the Five of Swords is that energy of like winning at all costs. Like, you refuse to lose, you refuse to take no for an answer. You will get your way no matter what, at the cost of anybody's feelings, lives, livelihood. You will step on the back of your friends to get ahead. Like, there's no loyalty there. It's an ultimate betrayal. The King of Pentacles. Like, winning at all costs, achieving this victory. Let's clarify with their clarifying deck. This is the new Wandering Moon Tarot. This is the deck that I chose to accompany Sandra Birchmore's deck. Alright, girls, I'm going to get 3 clarifiers from this deck. If you can help me better understand this King of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Death, Three of Swords card. With whatever this victory is here. A decision and a victory. Oh my gosh, look at this. So I used this deck last for this side, but I just noticed at the bottom of this deck over here is also the Six of Wands. And that's Dorothy's triumph. So something about a win. Something about a win. Six of Wands sitting right here in front of me and on both the tarot decks. Six of Swords was under the Zombie Tarot. We haven't pulled yet, but a lot of sixes there. Victory. A wish. Somebody got what they wanted. This was a win for somebody. This was planned. This was a strategic move to get ahead. This was winning at all costs. A death. All right, Maddie, Kaylee, can I get 3 cards from your perspective on what happened that night? Or why? After I let Zana and Ethan, I'll come back and ask a couple. Six of Cups now. A lot of sixes. There's the Knight of Swords, which we're not going to take. But here in my hand, we have the Six of Cups. Or Six of Moons in this deck. Memories. Childhood. Oh, sitting on top of this King of Pentacles on top of the hill, wasn't that his childhood home? Something about the university guy. The Emperor. The Emperor. The Two of Swords. That was his childhood home, wasn't it? Wow, okay, can I get 2 more, please? Eastern Skies with the Wheel of Fortune. Eastern Skies in this deck talks about your rising sign and how that is the image you portray out to the world. It's also talking about your rising sign, and the planet that rules that sign is the planet that kind of governs and rules your entire chart. Well, why would that be important here? This also looks like a mask. And then the Wheel of Fortune, fate and destiny. The Eastern Skies. Wow, the World again at the bottom. We have the World here. That's giving me Greek feels. Again with the constellations, the stars, the rising sign, the fates, the Eastern Skies. What it was like, okay, fated, written in the stars. Wonder if there is significance to the astrology this night. There's the Strength card again. So the Strength card came out when Alice was up here for Kaylee and Maddie as well. The World here again at the bottom. We're going to leave this out. The finale. The triumph. The crown on top of your head. The final victory. That the world is the final victory. It's a successful outcome, a successful completion. The Wheel of Fortune. It was predestined. It was written in the stars. Something about the astrology that night's important, and something about the King of Pentacles connected to the college, who lived on top of the hill, who shared that family home when he was younger, has something to do with what happened that night, whether they're connected to the person or whether he has more information or whether he's hiding things or he's the person pulling the strings, either due to the impact certain things would have on the college or he was literally a part of whatever happened here. I'll come back and clarify more here. I just want to jump over here to Zana and Ethan and see what they have to say about what happened from their perspective. Zana and Ethan, I'm going to take 6 cards over here for you guys, if you can help me understand what could have happened from your perspective on the 2nd floor. Double 7s now. Triple 7s. Triple 7s. That's a big win at the casino. This was a big win. It was a win. The victory, the success, the winning at all costs. This, what happened? And then, okay, so now we have the 7 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. I'm just seeing this as a significance with these triple 7s right here. Because we had all those 6s. And now we're seeing the 7s. 777, a huge win. You get 3 golden 7s at the casino, and that's a huge win. Who's winning? Who's winning? What is this a win? Is this like the world, like the victor, the crown? It's like Hunger Games. This Wheel of Fortune is giving me like Hunger Games. Zana, Ethan, what are you trying to say here? Can you give me more of the message? 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is also a card of news. And then we have the ear here, which is good news. Good news is a huge win. A huge win. I was just asking in my head, is this a huge win for like court tomorrow? Is something going to change? And then the bottom of the deck is the 4 of Wands. So no, the huge win at the house. It's a huge win regarding that house. The property, something that happened in the house. The Magician, set into motion, manipulated, planned. Can I get 3 more cards from you guys? 3 more cards. Ace of Cups. We have the Magician again, the Ace of Pentacles with the 2 of Cups. Alright, Zana and Ethan, I'm going to get 2 more cards here. Oh my gosh. I was just looking up here at this victory in the ear, and like Mike Tyson was bit in the ear, wasn't he? I was getting like this, as I was shuffling over here, I started seeing more like a battle. Like a victory. Oh my gosh, and I know there's speculation about some sort of like fight club. A victory in the ear, isn't that like Mike Tyson boxing type of reference? Like somebody bit his ear, right? And then I was wondering if somebody was bit, and I keep hearing like victory, winning. I was hearing like crowds cheering earlier. That King of Pentacles is telling me college. Again, they never use this platform to talk about Bryan. It's always something that was either going on in their energy or something deeper that's connected here. It's never just as simple as one person did this because he was obsessed and sick and twisted and had a serial killer mindset. Like, it's never that. I mean, like I said, I do think he was there, but there's just so much more here. All right, guys, I'm going to do 2 of Wands now on this side. Crossroads, a decision, planning. Clarify the Ace of Cups with the 2 of Wands. The world is over here at the bottom and up here. The 2 of Wands here is next to the world here. And now we have the 2 of Wands and the world here. A decision that caused an ending for all of them. There was a crossroads. There was a decision to be made. Somebody made the decision. They could have chosen good or evil this night, and they chose evil. It was a decision they made to get ahead, to win something. It was planned. It was written in the stars, predestined spiritually, planned out in the physical. A huge win. 10 of Cups. Ten of Cups is here at the bottom. The Two of Wands with the World and the Ten of Cups is exactly mirroring Ten of Cups, Two of Wands, the World. Ten of Cups, Two of Wands, the World. Those three energies together are significant. The family, the home, a decision, a victory and an ending, a plan. The plan was put in place to win the home, to win the childhood home. Was that the win? Even though it was torn down, was the house itself the sacrifice? Doing anything to win back that property, to tear it down. You remove the obstacle, you take control of the house, and then you demolish it. This is showing me there's, again, pointing to the energy of the actual house. Like if you missed it, we did a series on if the walls could talk, and I felt the energy of needing to tap into the walls of that residence. Like as if the house itself was a player in this game. The house itself was a player in this game. The victory, the winning at all costs. The childhood memories, the home. But then why spare the two girls? I mean, clearly, whoever planned this knew who could have possibly been home. There was cars in the driveway. They knew this wasn't going to be an empty house. There was 4 cars in the parking lot, if I'm remembering correctly. There were 6 people inside the home. Neighbors, a busy sports weekend, lots of parties, friends all around. This person, whoever orchestrated this, is so brave and was pretty confident they weren't going to get caught. To go into a house with 4 cars out front, one person walking into a house with 4 cars sitting out front without getting inside information, whether the coast was clear or not, or a door being left open for them, or the person or persons connected to what happened inside of the house knew somebody inside of the house that got inside information, because nobody in their right mind by themselves alone walks into a party frat sorority house on a Saturday night on a busy weekend where there's 4 cars parked outside, you're outnumbered, you don't know who's awake, you don't know what's happening, you don't know that 10 people weren't inside that house. You're going to tell me one person with one knife went in there without knowing what was happening inside, without being let in or escorted or fed information? No. Okay. Zana, Ethan, can you clarify the energy here with 4 cards? Three of Swords here now also. The broken heart. Their lives were taken in their beds. Well, Ethan's was. Defenseless. This is a card of defense, but if he's in bed, there's not much of a fight he could have put up here. This is Ethan saying, like, there was nothing I could do to defend her. I didn't have a chance. Hermit. The Hermit is back as it relates to the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is here with the energy of the Hermit. Okay, I'm gonna get 2 more. tower, bringing the house down. There was like heartache. Was there... Okay, that's weird. Look, I just set the deck down on the King of Swords. This King of Swords looks like this Emperor. Oh, this is the King of Pentacles. Look at this. See like the white hair? With the bookshelf in the back? Pointing at the book? This King of Pentacles, the white hair with the bookshelf in the back? On both sides of the table now. So they're coming through collaboratively from different floors, different energies, buddy channeling them separate with the same freaking energy. King of Swords there is connected to this Hermit who is connected to this King of Pentacles over here, and some sort of heartbreak that he faced around the home, the memories he had in that home, and tearing the home down. Like if he was a part of any groups where anything evil happened to him, like as a child inside of that home, I'm getting more like ritualistic type things now, abuse, groups, covens, frats, organizations, societies. His childhood, this King of Pentacles that was tied to this house, this heartbreak he felt there, needing to bring the house down and doing whatever it took to win the house back, to bring it down. I feel like the whole intention in what happened here and what played out had everything to do with getting that house back and bringing it to the ground because of whatever evil happened in that house before this evil. This is like long time evil. Even if the house itself maybe held an energy of evil, it's like evil things happened in that house back in the day, and spiritually and energetically the trade-off was something evil had to happen to bring the house down so evil could stop resonating within that space, in that town. It's symbolic, but it's had to do with bringing the house down and this King of Swords, King of Pentacles person. I'm going to get 2 cards from each of the mini decks just to ask them about this King of Pentacles, King of Swords character that is showing up on both sides here in this victory. Why was the victory the house and tearing the house down? Can I get 2 cards from each deck just to further elaborate on why the big win here was bringing that house to the ground? Can you tell me why that would be the big win? Ace of Wands. The Magician. Wow, the Magician has all the tools. Has all the tools to carry it out, and his tool was the Ace of Wands, which is giving me like the Magician's tool is the wand. Like, okay, that's giving me like wizard. Like witches and warlocks, witches and wizards. Everyday witch over here with the zombie tarot for the clarifiers, and now we have the Magician and the wand. Just giving me like that culty, ritualistic wizards in capes, and very much like Harry Potter, wizard, School of Dark Arts, related to the house. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles. Can I get 2 from Ethan and Zana for the Magician here and his tool being the wand? Why was this a big win? Tell me about the house coming down in this victory, please. Behind the gate. Am I making this up, or do I remember there being a gate in front of this King of Pentacles? Whoever this is, I forget if he's like the dean of the school or what his title is or how he's connected. I just remember there being talk about somebody within the college having something to do with the house and living on a hill. Something vaguely about that. Is there a gate in front of his house? Is there like an iron gate in front of his house? Okay, so the Three of Wands. I'm gonna elaborate on that in a second for you guys. Saying anything, can you give me one more, please? Ten of Wands, which is the burden. Oh my gosh, so the Hangman under that could be a card of sacrifice. The Four of Wands is the home, sacrificing the house, tearing the house down, or actually like in some sort of wizardy type of practice, which again, I don't pretend to know what the hell I talk about. In 99% of these readings I do, I just read the energy. I don't know what the hell this means, but whatever wizard this is, doing whatever he's doing with his white long hair and his bookshelves and whatever weird shit this guy is into, it's like there was burdens around the house and like needing to sacrifice the house. Nine of Swords is under that. There's some sort of like memories, again with the Six of Cups, like memories, painful memories. As long as that house was standing, he like kept reliving horrible things that happened to him or felt haunted by the house itself. There was burdens there and some need to get rid of the house. Burdens here. But this Three of Wands, I always say when this card comes out is, oh my god. The Magician with the tool being his wand. Here you see the Magician with his black cat, which just gives occult symbolism. His tool of choice, the wand there, casting out the spell from on top of the hill, looking down, waving his wand. And I always say when this card comes out is this is always a pointer for me of what's most important, where we should be looking. It's like the guiding light. Wherever I set this down, wherever this stick points to is where my attention is drawn. When it was here, it's pointing directly at this Death card here. This is where it was pointing. In direct relation to this Magician holding the wand and the burdens around the actual physical house. Heartbreak here. Bad memories, horrible things that happened. This victory, hearing good news, the ultimate win, a big win, success, triumph. There's energy behind what happened here, and I feel like that's what the Four wanted to talk about. I don't even know. I don't even know how to end this. I guess I just... family home. Wow, look at that. The Ten of Cups was at the bottom. And then the Ten of Swords. It's like, this is the energy of the family home. We started with the Ten of Cups here. The pain and memories and evil that was kept within the walls from something that happened to that king masculine energy who grew up in that home that he had to end. It was like either reliving the trauma or ending whatever the house represented spiritually, energetically. There's something significant about the actual house itself. Like dead, done, gone, overkill. Having, if it took, like winning at all costs, meaning if they had to do something this terrible to get the house literally brought to the ground, and that was the only way to do it, to gain control of the house back, but not only gain control of the house back, but have a reason to destroy it would be this. It was calculated, it was spiritually planned. There was a magician here pulling the strings. It had to happen this way to bring the house down. Page of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor under that, and Justice. Karmic justice. The Emperor making a decision. He chose evil to bring down evil. It was predestined. This was fate. The Students. The outcome. You guys, I'm not going to pull a final oracle card. I just feel like it's unfinished. I feel like there's got to be a part 2 to this, because they told a story and it kind of came together as one story with all of the validations from each side in different ways. I want to pull more on this energy because it seems to be important. The fact that we have sentencing tomorrow, the President of the United States is commenting about it, the whole world is talking about this case, all eyes are on this case. When channeling them from the other side and giving them a voice, this is what they chose to talk about at this time, and it feels significant. So I want to dive deeper into this, maybe tomorrow morning or tomorrow night. I think there will be a part 2 to this, so I don't want to pull a final oracle card. I kind of want to leave this on like a ... and try to get more information, ask more about this King of Pentacles, try to pull any other clues of what could have happened that night, as things may start coming out once things are released and the gag order is lifted. We may end up finding out that somebody was bit, or I don't know why that ended up coming out tonight. I don't know, it feels like a big enough message to dive deeper into, and I still have so many questions, so we're going to leave this on a to be continued. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I would love to hear your thoughts on this reading. Please remember to like the video, drop a comment. If you have nothing to add, you can always drop some beat emojis to show support for our hive and the channel. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.